Let's get into the trades taken today. As you see, we had news, um, came in good. This is our news candle, and immediately I knew we wanted to at least take out the news low, and we see this fair value gap right here. Went ahead when it came up in it, got short. Stops is right here. I take profit. This is definitely I take profit, but I held a little bit and got out right around here. It's executions. Got in short right here. Took some profit right here and just waited to see if it wanted to go lower. It didn't. I ended up moving my stop to about here. Stop me out. Still in profit. As you can see, these for the trades taken today. Us. We'll get into this one next. That was the first trade. Second trade of the day. Okay, we see liquidity. Check yes. Here, same thing, same deal. Um, I probably should have taken a trade off ES, but it's okay. So we see that, seen this breaker structure right here. We close up above this, which now becomes an order block. All just red candles, and then we see this fair value we got get used, and then it dipped down into this one. So you know what I did? I spanked it and went long, like right around there. Stops were below the end of this fair value gap, just because technically it could have just kept going down and used these other ones, but that's not what I wanted to see. And the only quote unquote pattern I follow is you see how these candles are getting tighter, and you kind of see like they trending up, but they're not like breaking up. So usually when that happens, price always goes higher. Same thing when it goes lower. I think I'll show you later. And I just held up to here. I didn't really think we could get up to the data highs, and we didn't. So, you know, and we can see that execution right here, got in right here, got in again, and then we got out just above these highs. Um, that was actually, and then the last rate of the day was a little bit higher time frame. So first, you see kind of market structure is definitely bearish, us, and then making lower lows, higher lows, and so I'm looking. First, I see this inverse fair value gap spanked right into a and then we see this this candle right here, which becomes a breaker block, and then we also have a reclaimed fair value gap, and then we also have this little mini fair value gap, which doesn't really matter. So we have this reclaimed fair value gap, this inverse fair value gap, and a breaker block. So, that's three bangers back to back to back. Drop down to the lower time frame, 5 minute. We see respect this order block right here, right? And then I believe on the 5 minute we get a little SMT ski. You see us, and then we see us. So we get an SMT ski on top. That's four confluences. And I usually don't trade this late in the day, but I was just watching the charts, and you just can't miss things like this. You know what I'm saying? We can get rid of these so you can see more clearly. Um, and then on the 1 minute, we have this fair value gap after it broke structure, this fair value gap, and we have an inverse fair value gap right here. See, us is dancing around, dancing. Like there's so many confluences. We got this fair value gap dancing, and then so I went ahead. How do I show you? I'm not sure, but believe me, I got in like right about here. My stops were right here. Um, eh, Originally they were like above this high. But since we had the low mirror and the fair value got lowered a little bit, and you see like this little volume imbalance, spanked it, bodies of the candle respecting it, got in. Target was all the way down here, and so we got in, and I mean you see the milk work, you see the drakes, you see the drakes to the downside, straight drake candles to the downside, um, and that 2 o'clock macro. It hits different sometimes. I usually don't trade, but I'm always like watching, and usually the 2 o'clock run is crazy. So, and that actually took on the funded. Well, it's not funded. It's just the whatever to get funded. And you see the time frame. This one was filled. Time frame. Here we go. 1320 sell, and then we got out. And those are all the trades for today. So yeah.